Namaskar, namaste, and welcome to your favorite show, Dalathan. How are you guys? A very, very happy new year to all of you, my lovely viewers. This is 2022. Are you excited or not? I am, because right now I am with someone. Well, you all know what is talent hunt all about, right? We see performers from different places in this whole planet. That is what we're trying to do in our third season, because now we can go to any place, anywhere, thanks to the techniques that we are trying out these days. And that is the reason the guest tonight with us is not from New Jersey, of course, not from New York, not from India, not from Singapore. The lady is actually from California, and her name is Mansi Mehra. And we want to welcome her because you know why? Because you have seen someone singing, acting, dancing, maybe someone rhythmist, but this is something very unique and very hip these days, which is a stand-up comedian. Do you want to meet her or not? All right, let's welcome with a big round of applause to Mansi. Mansi, welcome to Jonathan. How are you?
Hi Ragini, I'm doing excellent. How are you?
I am fantabulous. Cannot explain or can I tell you more? Because New Year started, lots of New Year resolution is going around. I don't know how many of them I'm going to stick to, but what's your plan?
Well, my plan is I think one, I want to get away with 2020 and 2021. I do have a bunch of projects lined up I'm really excited about. And definitely, I want to get better at my sleep cycle, I think.
Of course, love your smile. That is the positive vibe you can have. And also, Mansi, this is something quite interesting. Usually, normally the girls they tend to do more towards singing, dancing, that type art. Maybe painting, drawing. But how stand-up comedian? I mean, what made you think like that? That's amazing.
So I'll tell you one thing, Ragini. I've also been one of those girls who are like typical singing, dancing because I have done rap. I have sung. I've also learned dance in India. So I've learned Kathak and Rajasthani. So you are bang on right. Like girls do tend to go in that direction. But when I came to the US, I started also leading towards radio and then filmmaking. And then slowly I got really surrounded by a lot of comics, and there came a point where actually I was dating one and we didn't work out, but I started missing shows and I started feeling that maybe I can give this a shot, and yeah, then it just happened.
How do you do this, Mansi? Because I love comedians. Because when I see them, even on screen, as you just explained, that movies or even you, how you make people laugh. I mean, what are the tricks? Well, you don't have to say it all, but I am always, like, oh, I can say that. I mean, just to know, because we're just sitting like this. I'm looking at you, but you know exactly the right spot where you can think that we can be ticklish. So how that thing goes around?
That's a very good question. I'll tell you honestly, when I started, I went to a comedy school. So the reason was just to get an idea of what's the structure of a joke. Basically, you have a premise, you have a set, then you have a punchline, and then you have an act out. There are these terms which people use, which basically just gives a structure to your entire set. But more importantly, I think the things which I learned during this experience, not just my school, but also outside when I was doing shows, is you read your audience, you know what it takes them, what they like, what they may not like. That's very important to know. And then when you know, hey, this is going to trigger them, or this might tickle them, so you just try and try. A lot of the comics actually repeat their content. They end up making the same jokes, but they want to see and test and try that, hey, this might actually be funny, and they jot it down to make sure that they can use it in the next set.
Cool. So, acting and stand-up comedy, do you think that they go together?
Absolutely. That's a fabulous question. That is actually a lot of people don't know this. They think that whatever the stand up comic is saying is just at the spur of the moment. They're just coming up with the joke and it's just flowing and it's very natural. A lot of so actors may not be comics, but comics are actually actors. They are really portraying that joke.
One thing, tell me, how you guys do this without laughing? Like you say something,
Gotta be
we laugh.
straight face.
How you do that? Like you are like, okay, all right, I'm saying something, but you don't even smile at all. How you hold it? Like,
So I think every comic has a very different demeanor, but a lot of the good comics, when you learn, any skill set, you try to learn from the master. You try to learn from the experience, the one who are really excelling in this. You realize that if you are the one who's just laughing at your joke, the audience is like, laugh. What's funny? But on the other hand, if you crack a joke and somebody understands it, they're like, oh my God, this is so funny, and the person is not laughing. I think it's just a technique. And then slowly and gradually, it just comes very naturally to you that, hey, I know how to throw the curveball, how to throw that punchline and tickle the person.
how many times you heard that you were just a woman? Like,
Ooh.
here, it's okay, but let's see how she is. How many times you heard it?
A lot, a lot. This women card has been played a lot, many times. But I think it's also good and bad. Like sometimes there are times when they're like, you know what, expect low, but then when you go and really do well, I think the tables turn. Then there's nothing about women and men. Then like, oh, you're a good performer and you're not a good performer. So I used to really get offended earlier, but now it has come to a point where there are times in LA or outside, actually, even outside, wherever I perform, there are flyers of our comedy show, and there might be just one woman, and that's me on the flyer, or there might be just one Indian who's on the flyer. So I'm like, okay, now I have this stamp. So here's, well, definitely I am single and I'm based out of LA, and I always feel like dating is very hard. So that's one topic that really triggers a lot of people. And I always feel that in LA, dating is like, there are two things you cannot find in LA: men and parking. The good ones are always taken. And then there is some bitch who's taken two spots.
Okay. All right.
And the remaining ones are for loading only.
Okay. All right. So, so guys, here we go. You see, when she speaks, that will seriously make you laugh. But is there any script that you follow, or you just go with like a topic, like today is this topic that I'm gonna discuss, or something like that? Because usually for singers, like we follow certain things, or
Right.
for dancers, we follow certain things. So, is there any that type of practice schedule like that, or how you manage yourself on stage?
Yeah. So it's a yes and no for the script. We all have a script and we all follow a script. But again, it depends on the occasion. So let's say you have Diwali, or you have, a family function, or you have more on the, kids are also there. So your script is slightly different. or if it's very centric to, let's say, non-profit. So,
Got
your
it. Got it.
audience is different. Yeah. So it depends. Otherwise, it's mostly very if you're doing general comedy clubs, then you have some standard jokes that you want to hit on. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So now, in this 2 years, right? Almost 2 years. We're hitting 2 years. This March, it will be 2 years of the friendship with COVID.
Yes.
And well, I say that because it's a good friendship that we're maintaining till now. Yeah, trying to look good, trying to feel good, but the air is still not not I can say it's not out of pollution yet. Okay. I mean, yes, there are still some flares here and there going on. Now, um, in these 2 years, a lot of people, like I just met one singer. She just started something different, like dancing. And so, is there anything that you have started in this last 2 years that you want to share with us?
Yeah, I started something which I had been wanting to do for a long time, which is learning green screen and
Okay.
green screen editing. So this is something which I had been wanting to do for a very long time. This is also part of creative, space, creative
Yeah.
space, art, and a lot of, at least the ones I know, I follow. A lot of creative artists have been doing these. They make reels or they make these shows with, like, even if you see special effects. So all the VFX
Yeah.
that are done in the movies, they create those kind of small videos looking at similar to what you see Matrix or what you see in other movies. So I was intrigued and I wanted to do something similar, and I wanted to learn it. So not really, basically, when you have an idea, you need to know, reverse engineer and see how you shoot it, how you edit it, how the green
Mhm.
screen is going to go away, and you have a
Mhm.
story to it, basically.
Right,
Something
right,
that
right.
tricks a viewer that, oh, I didn't expect this to happen. So I have a video where I'm walking on the wall, and that video again got a lot of traction, and I got more clients. They saying, we want to collaborate with you, we have want to partner with you, which was, again, it was not the intention. My intention was to learn something new, so I did that.
Whoa. Tell us one thing I forgot to ask you actually, but I want, well, I'm gonna ask you now. That is that was there anybody like an actor in your family, or you just grabbed this intuition from your mind that I wanna be this?
No, I honestly, my family is not at all from any entertainment business area, and there's no actor in my family. I'm the only drama kid here. But
Okay.
mostly,
Okay.
I think it was just that I like creativeness, whether it's dance, music, from very beginning. So it just kept growing, and then I did Radio in India also. I used to do a radio show, and then I came here. I started with radio, films, and stand up. Yeah.
Tell me one thing, how much you like radio? Because that's something different. The audience, the build up of a show, it's quite different, don't you think so? Like, because you really cannot see anybody who is there outside listening to you, or there is no camera that we can see you. We can just hear you. So, how do you feel about that?
I think it definitely is a one-way communication, but sometimes it's very happy to see someone else is listening to you or getting to feel that emotion. There are two things in radio which I feel are important. One is you got to put extra energy. So if I say, hey, hi guys, this is Mansi here, and I'm just talking about, let's say, stand up. So like, hey, hi, how's it going? This is, I know who you are, and you can see. Versus radio, this is how I'm gonna go. आप सुन रहे हैं मानसी मेहरा को, और आपका दिन रहे बहुत ही खूबसूरत सा, बहुत ही प्यारा सा. मैं चाहती हूँ कि आपके दिन के अंदर आज कोई ना कोई अच्छी सी भावना आ जाए, ताकि आप किसी का दिन बना सके. It's just extra energy, and I'm literally, this is coming out of my heart. It's just pouring in, and it needs to hit the person, and whosoever is listening is like, I feel it. Yeah.
Awesome. What is your best memorable moment, Mansi, that you think that that's gonna stay with you forever?
I think the one memorable moment was, this happened in 2019. Ragini, I did a show which was house full. This was Desi Girls Night. and it's happened in Orange County. There's a place called Caspian. It was fully packed. We had to send people back because there was no place to sit. Most of them were ladies. There were some men also. But most of them were ladies, and it was Desi Girls Night. So, it was like they just had to open up, and there were people from Saudi Arabia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, everywhere, also America. So when I did that show, I had the best set. It was covered by a lot of media as well. I remember coming in LA Times and Orange County Times. And more importantly, the best part was my audience was literally so connected that when I had to get off from stage when the show got over, in order to get from stage to the door, it took me half an hour because I was just taking pictures, 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 pictures. And that was just unreal. Like I had never seen that kind of a reaction.
One thing is coming in my mind. You just say that you are single,
Yeah.
absolutely. So how do you spend your time? Like, what else you do? I understand that you love to do editing. You are a stand-up comedian.
Yes.
So how you really, I can say that, kill your time, or any other hobbies you have?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. So I am also an engineer. I have 2 degrees, electronics and computer science. So I work with the entertainment company only in that space, which I'm very proud of. I love the technology. That's my place where I spend my time. I also collaborate on making a lot of short movies, short reels with a lot of my friends. So when I'm done with that, then I have my filmmaking friends. Like, let's bring a project together. I've also won pageants. So when I was doing pageants, I was rehearsing, preparing, and because of pageants, a lot of modeling assignments came. When you have to have these shoots for magazines or products or marketing of products. So I was doing that. And then now stand up, and then stand up takes a lot of time because it's not just the show, but it's also your preparation, like open mics. And also I MC a lot of shows around California. So emceeing is like, it looks like it's like just hosting, but no, it's every show I meet the people beforehand, get to know the organization. And I usually do like major, I did sit for City of Irvine, City of Anaheim, like city level shows. So, you got to meet all the important people, have the meeting, understand what's going on, do the show. Then after show, you have another meeting. So it like all these shows, and most of the time is gone in, preparation, and then the show happens. So yeah, it's pretty exhausting.
So now my viewers at least know that why you are single, because first thing, you live in California, and then secondly, all your schedule is quite so hectic that you like can't find any time to go anywhere. All right, that's lovely. You know what? Being productive, being creative is absolutely lovely. And hey, cheers. High five.
High
I know it's a word,
five.
right? Yes, this is the positive energy, and this is for all the creative energy. I mean, girl, really, you
Love
girl,
it.
you rock on. Absolutely. That is the major part, Well, I just tried to be a little bit of stand-up comedian in this segment, though. But looking
You
at
did
how I was getting there,
you're
I'm just
doing
kind
good.
of. Yes. There we go. But hey, it was really, really nice meeting you, actually. Hey, what's your favorite movies? I mean, you don't even see movies. I know that you're making films. You are
Uh-huh.
doing different things. So, do you watch movies? Who is your favorite director, actors? Like, who are they?
So I do like a lot of Imtiaz Ali's movies. I think there's a lot of thought put into it. Not just, I'll give you an example. Tamasha is one of my favorite ones, and the reason it's favorite is because it in that movie you see the characters have a lot of layers of emotions, and it really expresses. So if you don't sit and watch that movie and understand it, you might just not like it. You're like, what is this going on? But in real life, things are not linear. It's never simple. And in order to portray that, like real life scenarios, and being able to show mixed emotions in a human being, and showcase a story like that, I think that's incredible. So that's one of my favorite ones, where the director has really put in their thought, and even the actors have done a very good job in expressing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I Oh, fine. All right. And do you? like sing? Do you
I
listen to
rap.
songs?
I rap.
You rap.
I rap. I rap
Yeah.
actually. I had done so I've won two pageants. One of them was Miss India USA, and one of them was Miss Exuberant Spirit 2019. And when I did Reshma's Fusion Beauty pageant in Beverly Hills, there was a talent round, and they said, "What are you going to do?" Everybody thought I'm going to do stand-up comedy, and I said, "No, I want to do something which is along the lines of rap, which no one would do." And Ragini, you will not believe the irony of the situation is this rap is about not objectifying women.
Mm,
At a pageant, where
mm,
pageants are known to objectify, to make them just look good, it's all about the body, less about the brain. And I said, you know what? I have to do this rap because this is absolutely the message I want to put across as a pageant. Whether I win or not, that's not my point. My point is that I'm going to put across a message which actually talks about not objectifying women.
Do you remember any of it? Because
I do.
you do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Can we hear it? All right. That would be
Okay,
great.
I don't have the beats, but you will get a hang of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
please, please.
Okay. All right, here it goes. Every rapper talking about the shape of her body. Every movie plot about the wedding. That's the shadi. Call me smart. Before you call me hardy, I'm a woman with the story. Yeah, you should get to know me because I hustle hard, fight back, reject any labels. I'm able to do what I please. I reject fables. Ain't no need to say me. Keep your horse in the stable. What position I like? The head of the table. My sister got double D. Her ambition even bigger. Shari got hella thighs. Her resilience even thicker. I ate some carbs. My booty grew quicker. I got fat stretch marks. When you only figure this body is mine, you can't make me feel ugly. Thing gonna change is in mind. If you judge me, light or dark skin is the way. Don't bug me. Don't if very lovely because I love me. Skirt and the shirt and the sweater and the vest don't matter if I cover or expose my chest. These bees best learn how to catch this breath. This beauty decide who will be her guest. What's under this bra? Tatas that niggas and if it ain't your body, I don't need it 2 cents. Yo, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cents. Keep your money. Just make respect common sense.
Okay. Okay. I'm taking a deep. All right. Okay. Because, well, how you manage to hold the breath? I mean, what do you guys do? This is always I wonder around all the people, all the performer who does rap. I see their seriously. I just try to find out where they're taking
Breathing.
why they're breathing, which part they're breathing, seriously. Because it's so amazing. You guys are saying so many words together, and of course with a rhythm. But
Yeah.
then when we're taking the
Breath.
well, we don't know. We like I couldn't find out. Maybe someone did.
Right.
Who are watching? Maybe someone did, but not me. But really want to ask you that how hard it is to say it in a rhythm, and at the same time you cannot stop. So it's really difficult, I guess.
Yeah. It's a technique. You basically, there's certain places where you get the opportunity while you're singing, that you breathe in, or you realize that this is in the low tone, and then you're picking the tone up. So you can breathe in while you're doing that. It's just a technique that you rehearse and get used to it. Yeah. And
Wow.
like from when I was a kid, I used to really like tongue twisters. So I'm actually very good at a lot of tongue twisters.
Wow.
And then I grew up and I realized that actually people are not just doing tongue twisters, but also like complete raps. So then that got me into rap. And I never considered like girl or guy, it doesn't matter. Like you do what you like to do.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. I simply love this session. Seriously, it is so good to know you. What is your favorite food? Are you a foodie?
Favorite food. I love Korean. Out of all the
ये कहाँ से आ गया? अच्छा चलो ठीक है मान लिया चलो. Have you ever been to Korea? Because those people do a lot of rap though. I know that part. So is
right.
that is that the food that you love or the rappers that you love?
No, I do like BTS, but not as much. I'm not going to BTS now. I do
Right.
like it too, but I have a very broad spectrum. So from ghazals to rock, heavy metal, to Indian Bollywood, I listen to all of them.
I
So
can say from Mehdi Hassan
Huh.
to Shah Rukh Khan.
Two in Metallica, you talk about Disturbed, you don't, yeah,
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my God, that's a huge range that we're looking at.
it is.
Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. So, yes, that makes actually, I mean, that is the reason that you are so versatile. And I really want to thank you so much for coming in this show tonight, Mansi. We are so glad to have you. If you have any words for my viewers, of course, I would love to hear it. And please be their motivation towards to let them, or I can say that to ask them to try something new in their life because this is the new year, new resolution. And please tell them that what are the new things they can try.
Definitely. I think, well, thank you, Ragini, for having me. It was a pleasure. And what I can say from my experience, is this is my mantra for my life is that
Hmm.
do what your heart says, do what your gut says. Uh, don't care about what the world says. Even your near dear ones want the best for you, but they are just paranoid. So take that fear away. Just go with your gut feeling. But when you go, just go 110%. Like just go into it 110%. Another thing, which is world is your oyster. Try whatever you can. There is no limitation of where you're from, where you're sitting, or in fact the world has shrunk because of internet. Just try whatever you feel like doing, because if you have the interest, even if you have the lows or highs, in the worst of the worst, in the lowest of the low, you will still feel like doing, because that's something that you chose, you love doing. So world is your oyster. Just explore. I mean, there's so much to explore, and sometimes we just don't know we are so much into ourselves that we forget to explore. Yeah.
I can only say this much that new year, new week of talent hunt, and a brand new month and a whole new year. So many dreams, so many things that we're thinking that we will do. And it's a fantastic opportunity for us to meet you, Mansi. My entire team, myself, and the whole worldwide viewers would love to see you more. And of course, want to wish you all the best for this year. And of course, the years are upcoming. Guys, you were watching us on live on YUPP TV platform, but if you missed tonight, I hope you didn't. But if you missed, please do follow our Facebook page, that is Mana TV, and of course, our YouTube channel. Do not miss to subscribe that because I bet that you're going to find something that you like. Or you can always write us also that what else you want to see from us. And of course, if you want to be in Talent Hunt, this is a special episode, but you can always try out. Maybe this platform can be yours. So please do write at ragini@manatv.net. That is RAAGINI at MANATV.net. I would love to meet you guys and see you and share the same platform once a day tonight. Thank you all. Stay blessed. Stay well. I will come to see you again next week with someone very special. Maybe a dancer. How about that? All right. Let's see you next week. Stay well. Love you. Bye.
Thank you.